two things. Should I do it solo, like the Just Davids, or anyone, a pop culture expert out there that wants to apply for the job? Let me make it clear to everyone. Um, you will not be, there's no cleaning lady fee. There's the pay is zero. There's really nothing in it for you. I can do it on my own. I love you all. Like Sarah. No, you know what it is?
Like, what an endorsement. Yeah, go on.
It's like a platform, maybe you can get followers. You could use it's I'm not even the train is moving so fast here that anyone, which is a good lesson for life. If you want something like a housewife, when you become high maintenance, you get fired. I just don't have the energy for anyone's desire. So if you're the right fit and you want nothing other than to just spend 30 minutes a week with me, slide into the DMs and apply for the job. At least I'm being honest about it.
You are honest. You are honest.
There's nothing I can do. I'll just do it myself. I'll just fucking do it myself. I love everyone, but
opportunity.
It's a good opportunity. If someone had a huge podcast that I could go on, you can promote whatever you want. I don't care. If someone had a big podcast and I could go on for 30 minutes a week and promote this little show, I would take it. So think of it as a upswing.
Are you going to, like you and I, what we do, where it's so beneficial for both of our brands, is we take the show that we do together, we both put it out on our platforms and monetize it. Are your co-host for this project? Would you allow them to do amazing?
Go for it. Go for it. Take it.
They are getting paid. That's enormous.
That's enormous. Do what you want with it. You just have to put it out the same day I put it out, nothing ahead of time, or you'll be fired from a job that pays zero. But yeah, you could do whatever you want with it. Sure. Monetize it on your end, girl. Go get your bag. So like Sam, look, I get it. Like, I assume we're gonna have the mention of Brittany. I assume like they'll be getting breakfast and Sandoval will be like, so what was it like with Britt? Like, I'm sure we'll have like a mention. Look, we're gonna ask Dylan Efron about Zach. Again, guys, anyone that has not gone to Dylan Efron's Instagram, he's better than Zach. The body is real. He like goes like mountain climbing and like spear fishing, and like he's like so hot.
I went to his Instagram. He is very handsome. I still think Zach is, I don't know. I think Zach Efron is really hot. Yeah.
They're both really good.
I got good genes in that family, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, nice bodies. Anyone. So I'm excited for Sam, but it is funny because we have Lala and Sheena who really have done. Look, Lala's podcast, for all my knocking and saying, hi, Vicky Gumbelson, what happened? Where's the Marge? Where's Namaste, bitches? For all my tearing down all the podcasts that don't last because they don't have ratings, Lala has a real big podcast. So props to Lala. Sheena's gotten opportunities, but let's just take a minute. Sandoval is doing really well. Like, Traitors is a real salary. He was on Special Forces. Schwartz, he got Special Forces. Like, being booked on Traitors is a real booking for Sandoval. It's a lot of money in the bank account.
Well, it's obviously more than his podcast because Tom Sandoval's Everybody Hates Tom's podcast has also ended. Last episode was posted in April, so we're done there as well.
I'm sorry.
Lala's podcast is big. Stassi's is big. Sheena's is big. And you saw Lala just gave a new interview. And explaining more of her stuff. People that like Lala agree. People that don't. And what?
I am an unapologetic Lala supporter. Love. That's just based on my firsthand. I have great experiences with her.
She says what you and I basically said at the beginning of Vanderpump Rules and what has been out there for a long time. And I believe Rachel Levis's PR woman, Juliet, has put out, which Lala confirms on 2T's the interview. She says that for many seasons going into it, Tom and Ariana would sit down and plot and plan how they were going to go into the season. She said, nothing was new, only this season, instead of them deflecting to other characters or whatever, Lala said she really wanted Ariana and kind of demanded like Ariana bring it in a better way. And Lala felt like she didn't do that. And I think what she meant by that was being more transparent, shooting these scenes with Tom that were super emotional and charged. Ariana wouldn't do that. So, people are loving or hating this interview. If you like Lala, you understand her point of view. If you think Lala is full of it, then you continue to think that.
Well, I'm excited for the Traitors. I love Lala. You know whose podcast has not really failed at the moment? And
Oh,
now, and she's, she's doing well, and you can also book her on Cameo as Miss Rachel Leviss can now be booked, I believe, for $219, where she is birthday advice, hello, good morning, and relationship advice.
yes, I saw that. She did her intro saying, but yeah, exactly what you're saying. 209, I think $219. Yeah. It's a hefty fee.
I believe it's more than my friend down the street, the Countess. I think the Countess is only 150. I believe it's, I think, more than Miss Morgan. So, I wouldn't mind a cameo from Rachel.
Should we book a Cameo and just ask her a
Maybe.
bunch of questions?
No, maybe we should book a
Oh.
cameo and have her say, you know, um,
Well,
you
now
know,
you can't ask them to promote because it's a business fee. If you go your Cameo and you're like, can you say that you listen to the Sarah Fraser
yeah.
podcast and David Yontef behind the Velvet Rope? Then they book it as a business, and that's like $800. And I'm like, no.
No, we can't do that. By the way, she should just do what I do, and it does work. Sarah laughs at me, but on the weekends, I sit here for hours and do business, life coaching, and podcast consulting. You could choose one of three categories. We start as early as like 5 a.m. because I do all time zones, and it's hour after hour. Rachel should sit there on her Zoom and do
Oh, God.
relationship, what not to do. Like when you see the red flags in a gentleman, what not to. Hi, Juliet from It Girl Publications, PR. I'm giving you an idea. She should do private consults about beware. I'm not even trying to be
No,
sarcastic.
she'd make a fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
say to people, or you could book me on Cameo for a much cheaper price. They don't want it. They don't want the 2 minute business advice from David. They want the full hour. So I think Rachel should do that. No,
I mean, amazing idea.
okay.
Amazing idea.
We're just helping everybody out. So there's that. You know what? Going back to the reunion of Vanderpump Rules, this is like weeks ago. Sometimes like when you get punched in the face and like 3 days later, you're like, ow, like a delayed reaction.
Sure.
This clip that just resurfaced that I watched, that Schwartzy and that
Oh,
Katie, when they had that moment, and Andy's like, it's amazing you guys could be friends. And Schwartz got all emotional. And he's like, it was a great 12 years of my life. Like, I'll always love Katie. And she was like, right back at you. It's emotional, right?
it was sweet. Yeah, they have a genuine love for each other. You can see it. And he seems to have such an affinity for her. Like, yeah, I'm sure their experience coming onto this TV show, the whirlwind of this show, and now like the huge popularity for them to be separated, looking for it's hard. Yeah, it was. I thought that was a really sweet moment.
Are Schwartz and Katie each other's person? Will they end up together in 10 years at 50 and 47 or 52 and
Mhm.
47, whatever they are?
I have no idea. I mean, do you? What do
Because
you, what do you think? What do you think? You've known these people for a very long time. You've been an OG fan.
I
You knew
don't
their
think so.
relationship. No.
I think so, but I don't think so. I just don't think you go back to that. It's too
People
it's
do. People
people
do
do.
all the time. All happens all the time. People get divorced for 5 or 6 years, then they remarry. People get divorced, they go back, remarry their high school boyfriends. I mean, it happens all the time. So
It happens all the
look at
time.
look at JLo and Ben. They might be going through their second. No, they were never. No, they were engaged the first time, right? This is their first marriage.